y'all, I want y'all to check this out. To me, this lady seems like she's a classic person who exaggerates a situation more than it really is. But apparently this woman was accused of killing a mom of 4. And she's trying to explain to investigators right now how she knew someone was outside of her residence. So she's going into how she knew somebody was outside of her residence. And right now she's saying that supposedly this mom came over and was banging on the door. And so she went to the door to ask, who is it? And she said that the lady was just screaming and banging on the door. Like, something about, I'm gonna kill you. Like, y'all, listen, just watch this. Okay, she's about to explain. Just so y'all know, if the police are calling y'all back for a second interview, excuse me. If hold on, let me drink some water. If the police are calling you back or for a second interview after you've already talked to them, that can be a red flag. And that should be how you look at it too. That is a red flag. Either something's wrong with their information, or something's wrong with your information. Okay? Those are the only reasons why the police would be coming back to interview you, or wanting you to interview a second time. And see, some people are already hip to the game. So they know the second time they need to not talk and lawyer up. Some people already know how to do this. And usually those are the people that when you watch these shows, you see them lawyer up real quick. That second time that police contact them and want to interview, they already know what it is at that point. But these are also the ones that have something to hide. They are always the ones that have something to hide. Okay? That's what that is. The ones that can't deal with the heat behind their bullshit behind closed doors. Those are the ones who can't deal with that shit getting out to other people. But just watch this lady. I didn't know what to tell you because I thought I told you everything. See, I think this also creates a state of panic in their minds as well, because now they have to remember everything they said if they were telling you a lie. So this right here is the type of behavior you will see with someone who has something to hide and needs to keep it hidden and needs to make sure to keep it hidden. That's this person's type of behavior right here. That's what she's showing. She's in her mind, she's in her body language is showing it as well, that she's very uncomfortable and not feeling very secure right now. There's a lot of anxiety going on because that statement she made, I thought I told y'all everything. I don't know what else to tell y'all because I thought I told y'all everything is what she said. This is a state of panic for her. Because now she's got to go back and remember everything that she told them in the beginning. She's got to try to remember everything she told them. And the reason being is because it is very possible that there were parts of her story that she switched up at the time when she first told the police. And now she's got to remember those same parts of the story. So this story has to flow the same way it did the first time. And now she's in a state of panic because it's forcing her to rely on her memory, what she remembered. So she said, the detective asked what was said, and she's explaining that I think she said, why do you speak to my children this way? And her response was, I said, listen, I'm not going to speak to you, go away. And then she says, if she had a problem, she should have called you guys being the police. So she said, so apparently the mom went over to confront the lady about how or what she was speaking to the kids, how she was speaking to the kids. Whatever was said was nasty, more than likely. Nasty or inappropriate. So that's why the mom came over there. And she's going to respond to the mom that I'm not going to speak to you, go away. And if you had a problem, basically telling the mom if she had a problem, she should have called the police. So she didn't want her to confront her about her kids. She didn't respect her enough to allow her to confront her about her kids. That's what I'm getting from this lady. This lady was like, who are you? I don't need to speak to you. You got a problem, call the police. You know why? Because that's exactly what she did. That's exactly what this lady did. So you can speak to her kids, but you can't speak to her? What kind of mess is that, lady? If she really thought there was something seriously wrong, I don't understand why she just came over and this woman got run on sentences. She got run on sentences. Her sentences are not complete, which means she's leaving out detail. And I believe the reason why she's doing it when she's talking to the police is because whatever it is, she don't want the police to know. Why the fuck you got run on sentences? Your shit just keep going and going into other shit. That tells me that you're not being completely honest with what you're telling us. You're leaving out details. That's what that's telling me. You're leaving out details. That's what that's saying. So she's saying obviously she didn't go away because she was screaming while she was pounding. It's interesting that the detectives are asking her to describe what she means by screaming. Out there, I thought I'd point that out. Whoa! What? So I feel like this story is exaggerated. I do feel like this story is exaggerated. So now she also said, I'm going to kill you. This is what this lady is saying, that the mom was screaming while she was pounding on the door. I'm going to kill you. This story sounds intense. This sounds so so intense of a situation, the way she's making it sound. This woman was bam, 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 bam. And she thought the lady was going to break her door down. Her heart was just pounding. This lady is saying, I'm going to kill you. Oh, this story sounds so elaborate. This is intense. So she felt, because of all of the banging and everything that was being said, that she really felt like the lady was going to kill her. And she's in her house, and the lady is outside her house banging. Not inside. She's outside the door banging. I mean, how are you not secure in your own house with somebody banging on the door that separates you? They're banging, so what? They're on the outside, you're on the inside. I mean, how are you not secure? Like, what? Anyway. So she was approaching the door, and then the lady started screaming, and she's saying she knew who it was. So you were anticipating, or were you anticipating the mom having something to say to you about what you said to the children? Because that's what that sounds like to me. If you saying you knew who it was, and okay, it's a woman too. Yeah, you knew who it was. So if it wasn't anything derogatory, and it wasn't anything negative or nasty or inappropriate or disrespectful or unbecoming, why would you need to fear what the mom has to ask you? Why would you fear the banging coming from the door? Because obviously you got some anxiety here. There's some heavy anxiety here. So I'm wondering what you said to these kids. And why you afraid to go to the door? Oh, because she seems hostile because she's banging and screaming outside your door? Outside your door? Outside your door? What the hell? She made sure to repeat that. I felt like she was going to kill me. I really felt like she was going to kill me. That's what she said. Now, why would she want to pound you into the ground? Talking about you felt like if she banged in the door and she came in, she would absolutely just pound you into the ground. Why would she want to pound you into the ground, ma'am? What did you say to her kids? I'm curious about what this lady said. What did you say to her children? I'm trying to figure out why this lady is so paranoid about this mom coming over to her house in an agitated state. If she didn't do anything wrong, she shouldn't have anything to worry about. And this is how you know that somebody like this woman here did something that she don't want the police to know. She don't want the public to know, basically.
I went to wash my hands, honestly.
Okay.
Because I didn't know who was at the door, and I wanted to know, and then I was like,
Okay.
So I went back and washed my hands.
Okay. So that's during the time where it was kind of quiet, and you thought that maybe she went away. Okay. And when the banging and the yelling started again, where were you at then?
I think I was in the kitchen.
Okay. All right. And then what happened?
And then she just kept banging and yelling, like, you need to leave, you're trespassing, get off my porch.
She was refusing to address this mom. And I completely understand, but it wasn't, the types of questions she so-called, or not the questions, the type of statement she was so-called making during this time wasn't like, what are you upset for? How may I help you? What's wrong? Are you okay? It wasn't these types of questions. It was, You need to leave my porch. You're trespassing. Get off my porch. Things like that. Things like that. Why are you asking those types of questions? Or why are you making those types of statements? Why are you making those types of statements? Why would she be coming over to your house in an agitated state and you don't know this lady? I'm wondering what she said. Because whatever she said, she's making sure not to tell the police. She's not telling the full truth.
Get out of here. No, I'm not talking to you. Leave.
I'm not talking to you. Leave. So you'll talk to her kids, but you won't talk to her? She's the adult. Why wouldn't you speak to her? She's the adult. It's either you didn't respect the mom, or you knew whatever you did was not taken well. You knew your actions were wrong. So you chose not to confront her.
Okay, who else was outside the door besides Adrica?
No idea.
You don't know?
I have no idea.
Where were
You have no idea who else was out there. So does that mean that she was by herself? She's saying she has no idea. So I guess we won't know from her.
the other kids? Because I know the kids had been over there prior to her coming over.
Yeah,
Or...
they were right by the, with the fences, and then there's a sidewalk. They were right beyond that sidewalk, inside where it's supposed to be no trespassing.
Okay, so they were outside of the fence.
So this happened because she felt the kids were in a no trespassing area. So she felt the need to say something to the children. I wonder what you said though. I wonder what you said. How you relayed the message is what I want to know. How did you relay the message?
While she was banging on the door?
No idea.
Oh, you're not sure?
I have no idea.
Okay.
You asked me when the kids were there earlier.
Right.
So, and the kids finally, I went inside. I figured they left.
See, she's not finishing sentences. She's got run-on sentences, half sentences. For some reason, she's leaving out pieces of the story. That's what that means.
So you didn't know who else was out there at that time? Okay. So you went to the kitchen and she was still pounding on the door and yelling. And I know we've kind of gone over this a lot, but I want to make sure now we're getting more like in order of things, because the first time we talked, it was kind of just like it all came out all at once. And now that you've had a little bit of time to kind of...
Hold on, y'all. All right, y'all. Let's get back into this video with this lady.
About things that happen again and try to get it in a good order that things happen, because it's very important to be able to say, okay, this happened first, this is what happened next, so that we don't get them confused or anything. So after that initial silence where, well, I wouldn't say silence, but it got quiet, you were washing your hands in the bathroom, and then the pounding and the yelling started again, and you went to the kitchen. What were you doing in the kitchen?
I was looking for my phone.
Okay.
So I put my phone down somewhere, and I started panicking. I started searching for the phone, and then she just kept banging. I'm gonna kill you, get out of here. I'm like, I have nowhere to go. I mean, I was in the kitchen. There's the sliders, and the sliders always locked, and just that one door, so there was no escape.
Okay.
I couldn't leave. I couldn't get out of there. I was like, Jesus Christ! And she was pounding so hard, the mirror on my wall was shaking.
Okay. So that first...
I mean, I don't mean no harm, but this lady got one hell of a story, y'all. I'm telling y'all, this is so intense, the way she's making this story sound. It's like, oh my gosh. She was shaking the mirror. The mirror on the wall was shaking. Oh my gosh.
I'm sorry to go back, but that first time that she pounds on the door, how long do you think that lasted before there was kind of the silence? I know you said she hit the door, you said, who's there? And that was it said.
Probably 5-10 seconds she was pounding the first time.
Okay. And then when it started...
So the first time she was pounding like 5 or 10 seconds, y'all, because remember she said that it stopped for a minute and then it started again. So the second time she said the lady was pounding for like 20, 30 seconds. The first time she said the lady was pounding like 5 or 10 seconds.
Again, how long, and I'm going to jump ahead just a little bit, but we'll kind of come back. When she started pounding on the door again and saying all that stuff to the point where you fired the gun, how long do you think that lasted?
Now hold the hell on. You mean to tell me that you fear for your life so damn much that This lady who was pounding on your door was putting you in such a fear for your life outside your door that was locked and in between you two where she couldn't get to you. That because she kept pounding and screaming and all this other stuff, that your anxiety was so bad that you had to go get a gun? So my question is, were you not protected inside your home with a locked fucking door in between you and this lady? So really and truthfully, it's safe to say she couldn't get to you as long as the door was locked and you were inside the house. I'm trying to figure out, how is this lady in imminent danger of her life that she had to go and get a gun? That's what I want to know.